Have you ever thought about whether it's worth going along to networking meetings when you're starting out in property? Well, my name's Michelle Cairns and I'm from YPN, and I'd like to tell you a few things that I think it's worth knowing about networking meetings if you're currently not going, or perhaps you've fallen off the wagon, you haven't gone for a while, but you'd like to get back into it. So I'd like to inspire you. Um, First of all, a lot of people talk about your network is your net worth. And certainly I found that to be true myself. At the beginning in property, I realized that yes, we do need to understand about bricks and mortar and the how damp works and the roof and tenants and all of these things. But actually, for the most part, when you're growing your business, it really is all about who you know. It's about those connections, whether that is people who can connect you with deals or finance or opportunities, resources, or other people that you might need within your power team that you're building. So whether you are building a team of, might need architects, planning consultants, interior designers, mortgage brokers, insurance companies, whoever that is, you can gain so much from those networking meetings because you can connect with people who already have that team and you're getting recommendations basically. So you're not having to start from scratch, going through Google and trying to work out who is the best person to go with. You can work with people who already come recommended. So that's just one thing that you can benefit from networking. I'd like to tell you about a deal that I got a couple of years ago, and it came through a networking meeting. Now, I ended up starting my own networking meeting. It was the Chester breakfast meeting. And we used to meet at, I think, 6:30 in the morning a couple of years ago. And we'd meet every month, and to be different people each time. There would be a small group of, let's say, 12 maximum, round table, mastermind style. And everyone would talk about different things that was going on that month for them, perhaps deals that they were looking at, opportunities that they were looking at that might have been for them or not. So this deal actually came from somebody in that group. He presented me with this. He sent me the link and said, you know what? This isn't for me, but why don't you have a look at it? Like, it looks interesting. I did. From that very same meeting was a contractor. So I spoke to him and said, would you be interested in coming to work with me on this project? We could go in together on it and buy it. We did end up buying it together. But neither of us had the funds to deploy at that time. Certainly, I was still teaching, and I needed to work with either private investors or go to a bank and get some lending. So the money that we raised for buying that deal came through a private investor who attended that very same meeting. So he lent us the money to purchase the property, not only to purchase the property, but also he lent us the money for the development works, which is all the cost of the build. He got a great return. We got to buy the property, do the work, have it valued at the end. It was worth more money at the end than we started with. We paid the investor off, and I still have that property today. Would I have got that property if I hadn't have gone to those meetings? Absolutely not. I can't see a way that I would have got that deal. So it just goes to show you that you don't just go to these networking meetings to learn. Absolutely, you do. There's plenty to learn at these meetings, golden nuggets, things that will either save you money or make you money. But also, it's about who you meet. And property really is about the community. It's about who you meet, who is in your network. And I would really advise you, if you haven't yet grown your network and if you haven't yet built your team around you, then now is the time to start. Build your team before you need it. Somebody said that to me at the very beginning, and I really took it to heart. And they were right. I think I thought I need to build my team before I need it, so that when I've got that deal in place, when those opportunities arise, I've got people that I can call on for help, advice, support, or resources. One thing I'd like you to look out for when you go to your next networking meeting is that, first of all, the speaker, who are they? Okay, so follow them on social media. Who are the people in the room? Who are the people who are more experienced? Follow those on social media as well. And I bet what you will see is that if you went to a few networking meetings and you followed a few speakers and you met a few people in the room who are more experienced, what you'll notice is that they are all already connected. So they're already part of a community of like-minded people who are in property, who are educating themselves, who are building their portfolios, who are doing interesting things that you might not have heard about before. Perhaps they've built their property portfolio with none of their own money. Perhaps they have built a portfolio that they don't even own, but it's given them enough cash flow to replace the day job, to give them the freedom and the flexibility and the peace of mind that they want from property without even having to own any. You might see people who have, built massive portfolio, commercial properties. They're doing big deals, new build, for example. There's lots of people, and it doesn't really matter what niche they're in, but many of them are already connected. So I would look out for that, because the community is so important. It's important not only for you to find your tribe, find people who are on the same journey as you, but also to be involved in a community where you are getting to know people, whether that's online or in person, ideally in person, because then you develop relationships, then you develop trust, then people get to know you, you get to know people, and that's where opportunities come from. And you gain credibility, you gain a track record, you're able to raise your profile. So the more involved you get in the communities, the more you raise your profile, the more opportunities that are available, whether that's opportunities for deals or opportunities for raising finance, opportunities to offer your services. And it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to be inspired. It's fun to feel like you belong. It's fun to feel a part of a community, and to exchange one night a month to go along to these networking meetings. It really could open many doors for you. So if you're interested in going along to your local networking meeting, click the link below and get a free ticket on us, and let us know how you get on. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about how you can get started with no funds of your own or limited funds. And I'll be sharing a bit about my story, because that's how I got started. So tune in for tomorrow's email to find out more. See you then.